I remember around 10 years ago, there was a lot of things that I wanted to manifest into my life. And for some reason, I kept having these recurring blockages and problems and manifesting the same things that I didn't want in my life until somebody introduced me to water fasting. And some people will think that's a total health thing. What's it got to do with law of attraction? Actually, the way it removes the energies and shifts your vibrational frequency is amazing. And that's why in this video, I'd like to break it down for you in terms of my process and what it helped me do and how you can give it a shot and the step-by-step guide to how to do it. So before we get into it, show reel, hit it. Namaste everybody, this is Akarshana here, and in this video I want to break down for you a little story of how water fasting allowed me to increase my manifestation powers and manifest a lot of things in my life. Aside from that is the step-by-step guidance on how you could go about doing it. So first of all, maybe if I talk a little bit about the process of water fasting. Now, some people, they do like a 1-day fast or they do even a 2-day fast. And I always say that I think that 1-day, 2-day fast actually doesn't do that much. And the reason behind it is maybe if we understand what happens during the fasting phase, then we'll get a little bit more clarity on how it works. So on day 1, you are literally just rinsing water through. So you're only consuming water, no food. You're rinsing water through. And it's going to be tough. Most of the tough is in the head. Your tummy might grumble a little bit, but it's not going to be that you are starving or anything. So it's more mindset game, which is very good for strengthening your mind. When you strengthen your mind, your spirit, your spiritual powers also strengthen, right? So this also helps with those powers. Then what happens on day 2, it starts emptying. Like day 2, you probably empty the full body of all of the food that is inside there. And then it will literally just be water going in and coming out. Day 3 is what I call the miracle day, the magic day. And that's why whenever I do water fast, I usually do water fast at least once a year. Or whenever I feel I need it. And I'm going to cover a little bit about that in a moment. And the reason behind it is because when we water fast and it gets to that last point, the 3rd day already, your body needs energy to move. Right? And by the way, there's this misconception. A lot of people say, oh, you have to stay in bed. You have a lot less energy if you water fast and all the rest of it. Actually, it's not the case. You can live your everyday as it is. I can go work out even at the gym. I can do everything normal. My mind will obviously be telling me that I'm more tired, but it's not true. You have that power source. And if you use that energy, your body needs to find a place to find energy. And what it does then is starts eating into the fats, which is all the unwanted stored energy in your body. Now, aside from the fats, in our piping, in our lining, we will hold, and I know this doesn't sound extremely appealing, but we will hold a lot of food or content that is in there and has been stuck in there. The fat and greasy stuff has been stuck in there for many, many years. And they're stuck on the edges there. Some people, they will refer to things like colon therapy. I don't know if you've heard of colon therapy before. It's when they stick some pipe up the backside and then they blast water in and then they suck all the water out and everything comes out. And usually, because a good friend of mine used to have one of these clinics in Slovakia, and they will have a tank. And it's for you to observe what comes out of that tank, and it will scare you, it will freak you out, because the stuff you see in there is like, why is that even in my body, right? Or why does it look like that? And so what you start to realize is there's a lot of stored, I think the best word to use is shit, inside the body. And it is there. Now, we understand that everything holds energy, right? Energy is everything, everything is energy. So this is all old energies that is stored in your body. So it's actually the biggest cleanse you can do. Now, some people, they will refer to colon therapy. I don't go for colon therapy for the reason that I know if I fast long enough, it will do the same thing. The thing with colon therapy is when you do that, then at least you don't need to starve yourself and you can eat straight away and you don't need to fast or anything like that. It's done instantly. But personally, I find the process of the fast, the 3 days or the 5 days, or some people do 15 days even, it's very spiritually enlightening because you are, your mind, you will start seeing all your addictions to sugar, to carbs, to fats, to all these things. And then once you're cutting down on addictions, again, it's very, very good for cleansing old energies. And so usually you go through this process. Day 3, it'll start eating into the sides of your intestines and stomach, getting rid of everything, all old energies and removing it. From day 3, you'll pretty much feel it's home run. Like, you won't be that hungry, but it'll be just a temptation. It'll be a thought that, oh, it'll be nice to eat. Your stomach shrinks. And it's very important how you break fast as well. If you are to break fast, it's best you don't just slam the pizzas down and eat the curry and everything, because your body will absorb like a sponge at that time. So maybe some things like light fruit and veg will be very good for all the nutrients the body requires, right? And so that is kind of the process. You can do it for 3 days, you can do 5 days, you can do 10 days, 15 days. But again, I want to put a quick disclaimer here because I'm not a doctor. So if you are going through certain things, then obviously everything you need to consult doctor before you try anything here. But what I do know is that a lot of people, it's just a mindset game. And I found a lot of people that I've guided through water fasting through this time, through many years, is that people with certain illnesses, diseases, all this type of stuff, they've been able to cleanse all of that because they've removed all the acids, all the toxins, all the old energies there. Now let's go on to that part. When we release the acids, the toxins, all of that type of stuff, right, or old energies, what are we doing? We are decluttering the body. You are decluttering your energy center. When you declutter that energy center, it invites new energies to flow through you, divine energies. And this is very, very powerful for manifestation. And so that's why I said, when I got introduced to this around 9-10 years ago, and then I did my first water fast, I found it extremely, extremely tough. In fact, I was very unhappy while I was doing it, right? Some people call it hangry. And I was like that. And I didn't enjoy it so much. But I decided to do it again. It was a weird feeling. I just got called to do it. So I did it again. My second time when I did it, it was very interesting because when I went into meditation during those days, I was in isolation. I went into meditation and I could see so clearly my purpose, my passion, what's aligning, my intention. And I started to naturally set my intentions the way I usually do it through visualization and all those practices. But while I was visualizing my goals, I was visualizing, number one, back then, was I wanted to become a speaker, an international speaker. I wanted to meet a lot of my role models at the time, which were people like Richard Branson and other entrepreneurs and speakers and influencers out there. And I also wanted my first supercar, right? And I wanted a nice house. And what was really interesting is every single thing that year manifested. Within the 12-month period, I became an international speaker. I was speaking on stages all around the world. I spoke even alongside Sir Richard Branson. I got my first supercar, my Aston Martin, and I bought a beautiful house on the water, and everything manifested from there. And some people will say, oh, it's coincidence, it's accident. But I always say to people, you know, if you believe it to not be true, then it's always never going to be true. But if you believe it to be true and you give it a shot, you have nothing to lose, right? So if you guys would like to give it a try, maybe, again, you need to see your own health conditions and whether you feel fit for it. But I highly recommend it for all to give it a shot. if you have any questions with regards to how to do it, how to go about doing it, maybe if you guys are up for it, I will run a global water fast and we all do it together. Then we all at least keep each other posted every single day on how the progress is, and we do it together so that you get more guidance through it, and we can do some meditations together as well. If you do want that, maybe type global water fast in the comments below. If I get enough global water fast, then I'll get my team to prepare something and then prepare 3 days where we can all do it together and we can do some powerful meditations at the same time. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, I'm signing out. Namaste. Ciao.